Man, I'll tell you, it is frozen out here. I fully intended to spend my day indoors with the heat of the wood fire going, but I came across an Instagram post by our good friend and my cousin, Zip Ties and Bias Plies, master mechanic, connoisseur of Busch Latte, just a general character of the frozen north. But what might often get overlooked is that the guy's got a big heart and he says kind things about a lot of people, and they got me thinking, well, maybe we should do an episode with Thought with Scott, because it's kind of on my mind. Man, I'll tell you, there is nothing like seeing another guy out working hard to encourage you to get off your butt and go do something. He's out gathering firewood in a Christmas tree, and I thought, well, maybe I should get out, get a little exercise, and I chopped down this dead snag. So what's on my mind? Well, first of all, the wireless mic went dead in the first 20 feet from the house because -30 is no good for it apparently, but people is what's on my mind. I was having a little conversation with Peg, and we got to talking about the goodness of people and what brings that out and how to seek it out, because it's not just a given. And I think that the way things have been going, it's become less and less of a thing, and it's very important to try and keep it alive. I hear a lot of young fellas, feel like something's sneaking up on me. I feel like a lot of young fellas say things like, oh, I've had it with people. I don't care for people. I'm not good with people. I don't want to go to town because that's where the people are. You get my point. I don't think it's people that are the problem. I actually quite enjoy people. In fact, I would go as far to say as I love people. I love to be around people. I'm an extremely social person, and that kind of fulfills me to behave that and have people in my life. And I know that's not the case for everybody. I'm not saying everybody needs to be like that, but it's not so much the people, I think, it's the behavior of the people. How people treat other people and how you go about improving that. I got a theory that in every relationship, one person always puts in more effort than the other person. This is necessary. There's no flexibility to this rule. One person will always put in more effort than the other person at all times. That role might trade. One day it might be you putting in the effort, one day it might be me, but someone's always working harder in that relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, a working relationship. Somebody has to put in effort, just like anything in life, because if you're not growing, you're dying. Well, if you're not willing to put in the effort and seek it out, especially with strangers, because that can be the most difficult of all. It's tough to have the time to get to know people. That takes a tremendous amount of effort. Well, then you can get a very negative view of folks. I'll give you a little example. I recently went to the barbershop. You go, what? You paid for a haircut? I paid for a haircut. I go once in a blue moon, usually before the Christmas season, because, you know, somebody might want to take my picture. I walk into the barbershop. It's full. It's packed full. No one's talking to each other. Nothing. This is what's going on. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, boop, beep boop. Death scroll. There had to be about a dozen people in there. I physically got agitated. I got very uncomfortable. Now, for a lot of folks, that might be the other way around. They get upset because there is a group of people. But for me, I like the prospect there's all these folks in there, but no one's talking to each other. So in that scenario, it'd be easy just to write off the situation and go, well, yeah, they're just buried in their phones, you know, damn people. Oh, damn people, you know. I looked at the guy next to me, older fella. I picked out something about his character, and I queried him on it. I asked him a question about himself. Yeah, and it was awkward for a second. He was taken back, but then we got to chatting. He put his phone down. We got to chatting. It turned out we had a lot of common interest, and we had a very engaging conversation. Then the next guy next to him overheard, and he joined in. And then that guy had brought his apprentice in for a haircut, and he joined in, and so on and so forth, until we pretty much had everybody in the whole room had put their phones away, and we're having a conversation, getting to know each other. And you know, that's how a barbershop should be. That's what that experience should be like. So if you were quick to write off the folks just based at a glance, or have that attitude that people aren't good, or you're tired of people because, you know, somebody cut you off in the parking lot, or some people do dumb things, that's fine. If you would have just written them off like that, it would have been a poor experience for you and it would have been a poor experience for them. So there is good in people, but one person's always working harder than the other. So you take on as many relationships and interactions with people as you figure you can manage to improve and keep the quality of your life. Maybe that involves going to the neighbors and plowing their driveway for them, or splitting a little firewood for them, or just stopping for a coffee or asking how somebody's day is going and learn something about them. It might improve their day, it might improve your day, and then slowly it shifts the trend from I'm tired of people to, man, I wonder who I'm gonna meet today. You know, and wouldn't that be better for everybody if everyone wandered around and wonder what I'm gonna learn and who I'm gonna learn it from, rather than I wonder who I'm gonna have to avoid today? I know it's not that simple, but you could dream. The tree has already been cut down. I filmed the time lapse of it. Maybe that will work because the audio sure didn't. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate my cousin Zip Ties and Bias Plies and all the stuff that he's up to. He's a lot tougher than me. This is enough cold weather. I think I've got my fill. So you guys keep warm and we'll catch you on the next adventure.